at home with
you. Do some deep reflection.
Hey, Anton, I believe the girls who are taking the responsibility, right? Accountability, or the woman who say, "Nigga, I'm gonna do this with or without you." Because you know you got those women be like, "I ain't doing nothing unless you do this. I'm gonna put you on child support. I'm gonna sit there." Some women ain't even waiting for that shit because they know they got to do it regardless. Exactly. So those are the people that's taking responsibility of the shit that they supposed to be taking responsibility of. Like, it's my son. I'm you know what I mean?
So many women clapping. Anton's about to say he's wrong.
No, because most of the guys that I know that got full custody of their children, they don't. No.
All two of them niggas.
It's probably one or two.
All two of them guys. Most of the guys that I know that have full custody of their children, they do not put the woman on child support. They don't do that.
And he shouldn't.
No, you know why they don't do that? Because they still leave the door open for her to participate in the child's life. That's why they do it.
Women don't do that.
They do that for men too.
No. Listen, forget.
How many men do you know that are single fathers?
Forget this, because I know y'all gonna keep blaming men. Men love harder than women. They honest. No. It's the reason why if they catch a woman cheating, then it breaks them. They love way harder than women. Most of these guys that y'all walk away from, if it was an option for y'all to come back, they would leave the door open for y'all to come back. That's the honest to God truth. A lot of y'all choose to walk away because you want something different than what you already got. That's the facts. Listen. He deal with y'all when y'all have y'all made up postpartum.
Made up postpartum?
Deal.
Postpartum. Made up postpartum.
He done messed up. He done messed up.
That's wild.
That's wild. I had your kid, and now you feel like you're doing me a favor dealing with me. What the fuck type shit is that?
I extended your lineage, and you did me a favor.
I put my life on the line to have your
I didn't make this decision on my own.
And
all he's saying is, after a woman have a baby, men is just not ready for the complete change in the woman. She's going to change completely after a baby. I had postpartum after my last two. I didn't have that with my oldest daughter, and I was a teenager. I had that after my two youngest, having that feeling of, where you ready to kill. Excuse me, I won't even say after my son. I had it after my youngest daughter had postpartum depression. It's a real thing. It's a chemical imbalance. Your brain is trying to readjust itself, and your body is trying to readjust itself, and it's a lot. And a lot of women don't deal with it very well. But for him to call it fake postpartum, whatever, that's, he a man, he don't know, he don't got to deal with it. But he just expressing himself honestly. I'm pretty sure he was attentive to his wife. He's just honest about how he feels about it.
Never take postpartum to work.
He said some straight.
That was wild. That was wild, bro. That's wild.
I know women that have postpartum every time they have a period.
That's called PMDD.
No, that's called the devil trying to get a body.
It's called hormones.
Listen.
So we gonna make everything biblical versus do all off science what we know.
Bro, y'all guys every single day put their lives on the line every day to make sure that y'all taken care of and provided for.
Tyrone not even paying the motherfucker.
They endure through all of the bullshit that y'all put them through. And the only thing that y'all can say is that I have to do what's best for me and my kid when you walking out the door.
Factual.
That is a selfish
Because if you breaking
statement.
me down, what am I saying? How are you helping me? How are you helping this child?
How come I never hear
How is that selfish?
How come I never hear from any guy that says I walked away because she was breaking me down? They endured through that shit. I know
men that leave. I know men that leave.
It sounds like women have better boundaries than men.
What? No.
It sounds like women have a better understanding.
You know what they telling y'all today? You know what they telling?
This whole thing is self-preservation.
You know what they telling y'all today? They telling y'all, give a fuck about them. Don't care. This is what they want. When you don't care and you lie to them, they love you more.
Thanks.
When you real with them and you really trying to hold them down, they don't give a fuck about you.
Thanks.
I'm telling you. All they telling you to do is to not give a fuck about them, because the dudes that slept with them and gave them the kids was the one that didn't give a fuck about them. The nice guy finished last 100 times out of 100.
But he still finishes
100 times out of 100.
She's so busy trying to be cute. She ain't even making no points. She just like, I'm cute. Everything I say is cute. And I just see that there's a constant competing between men and women when both men and women have to take responsibility for the failure of relationships. It's not just men and it's not just women. It's both sides are selfish. Both sides are, like she said, oh, it's about self-preservation. That's exactly the same for women. Everyone is trying to preserve themselves, serve themselves, think about themselves. Nobody is even thinking about the kids. Forget the children. Ain't nobody even thinking about the kids. Okay. Folks, men and women are only thinking about themselves. No one is prioritizing the family. And this is where the breakdown comes from. What a man. Postpartum is a real thing. I had it after my woman was pregnant. Okay. Yeah. And if you're a man dealing with the woman intimately during that process, you are going to feel some of those emotions. So that is beautiful. More men need to be real about that, because that's what it is. That's where the disconnect is going to happen after a woman has the baby. She's going to be emotional. He's going to be emotional. So you have to see eye to eye and be understanding with each other in those sensitive times. But a lot of people are not. A lot of people are, oh, you ain't paying me no attention. You ain't doing this for me. You ain't doing that. I got to go find it somewhere else. And you got folks cheating. You got folks don't want to come home. You got folks at the club and don't want to be home. And this nobody is really caring about the other person at all. And both sides are correct in what they're saying about the other side. And nobody is agreeing with the truth. That's the crazy part.
At some point, y'all gonna have to understand that y'all are the ones that's causing the destruction of these families and this culture right now.
So it's not the men that's creating these families and walking
every day.
It's
the
not
men,
the men that create these families and walking.
Let y'all choose for yourselves. Y'all chose wrong 100 times out of 100.
Per you.
No, y'all did.
Per you.
Better for what? What do I got to look forward to?
Better for their family, better for their
Better
partner,
for their kids.
Better is worse. Listen, the better I get, the more you don't want me. Y'all want
that makes absolutely no sense.
Hello.
He's just spewing
bullshit. The reason why y'all don't
bullshit.
want these ain't shit niggas, because if you got a dude that's on something, you got to be on something, but you ain't shit. But you ain't shit.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you a question, baby. Let me ask you a question. Why do women call the dude that is the good guy a lame?
Why do y'all be thinking just because you ain't got no mic, so you can't answer? I'm gonna answer for you. Just because a dude appears to be, a decent human being, you're not cheating, you're not putting your hands on people and all that, that don't make you a good guy. You can still be a piece of shit. You can be
mental could be
you
fucked.
can be a quiet piece
Mental
of shit.
can be fucked.
No, that ass. We be like, oh, he's a nice guy. Why? Because he don't beat your ass.
What's a good guy? What's a good guy?
He still break you.
No.
What's a good guy?
This is why I just pay the 4 that leave.
What's the good guy to a man? What's a good guy? No, I'm asking you, nigga.
Yes, a man with all the answers.
So tell me, what makes you a great guy?
What makes me great is that I'm the personification of what I would want my daughter to marry.
Okay, so explain it. Tell us what.
But we asking for qualifications.
Okay.
What are qualifications?
What's the qualifications you provide?
What do men have to meet? Like, what criteria do they have to meet to be considered a good man?
If you didn't have your daddy, you wouldn't know no way.
No, 2K. No. Let him answer. Let him answer this question.
Yeah.
Let him answer. Let him answer.
Listen, half y'all that had good men, you didn't know he was a good man because you never had a man.
So, all right, I'm gonna answer this question in full.
Come on.
But it depends on what age you are. See, and this is why I don't talk. This is why I don't talk to women, because they don't want the context. So if you are 19, 20, 21, 22, you don't have to have money. You're supposed to be broke unless you're doing it the wrong way. So the definition of a good guy is a guy that got good character and great work ethic. And he loved God. That's all he got to have at that young age. Now, it's different for a guy that's 35, 40, 45, 50.
For sure.
Okay, because then he has to have the results, and you can look at his life and pretty much tell what type of guy he's gonna be for you with the results that he's gotten and the people that he's affected in his life. So the definition of a good guy is supposed to be a guy that aligns with where you would want your life to go. That's it. It's simple as that. Some people got different criteria depending on their spirituality. A good guy is a guy that believes in God and then he's focused. Some people got a different criteria depending on whether or not his finances that's aligned with where it is that they're trying to go and whether he can boost her up and then take her to a certain space, right? So the criteria and the context is going to change from person to person. But ultimately, I see women pick over and skip over the guy that they were supposed to. Most women have skipped over the guy that they were supposed to be.
He was
with.
ugly.
And that, see? You see what I'm saying?
Thank you for being honest, though.
I'm gonna be with somebody I'm not physically attracted to.
Thank you. I gotta settle. Like, I'm gonna put it like this. You have to settle
for a guy with money and he ugly too.
That's
yes, they do.
They do that all the time. They do that all the time.
He's not lying. He's not lying.
He's not lying.
In that sense, I guess she feel like this.
Change based off
if he broke and can't provide and he ugly, why?
But you putting all of the worst things together, right? I'm talking about. You cannot tell me that you haven't run into guys in your lifetime. That was a good dude.
No, I never said I haven't.
So why didn't you pick him?
Because that wasn't what I wanted. I don't have to settle.
Exactly. So if it wasn't who you wanted, then you have to take responsibility for who you chose.
Facts.
I'm not saying you right about that too. You're right about that.
Amen. Lord, help us, Jesus. Lord. Everybody need to just take accountability for their own madness, for their own destruction. Take responsibility is the gist of that. Take responsibility for your bad relationships, for your decisions. If you got baby mamas, if you got baby daddies, take responsibility for those. You chose those people. You are the reason you are where you are. Take responsibility. If you got baby mamas you don't like or can't stand or got you on child support, take responsibility for that. If you're a woman, you got baby daddies that don't respect you, that don't help out with the kids or whatever, take responsibility for that. That's where you decided to put your private parts on that person and make them a part of your life. Nobody forced you. Yeah, the women are contradicting themselves. They are. They absolutely are. And the one with the blonde hair sitting next to Anton, all her facial expressions are just showing exactly why so many women relationships don't last. And I truly believe that a lot of relationships fail not just because of, I believe, let me put it like this. I believe if women were stronger in the Lord, men would have no choice but to get in line. If more women were stronger in the Lord and held on to their values for real, and not this, I'm not having sex till I get married and then be having sex anyway. I ain't talking about them. I ain't talking about them kind. I'm talking about the ones who actually say, I'm waiting until I'm married. I'm holding myself until I'm married. Study the Bible, know themselves, are self-aware. And I'm going to go through this list, but those are the women I believe can make a difference in men if women change their mentality of relationships and dating in general. So that's what I'm saying about that.